dark parts of life, they're kind of a necessary evil to truly appreciate all the good aspects that life has to offer for anyone willing to get out there and enjoy it. My third book, Sunshine Among the Clouds, is a very different project than my first two books or the movie. Yes, there's still some cars and motorcycle excitement, but the real focus of it is positive perspective in life and kind of dealing with the adversity that it gives us and learning to see the positives in it. Believe it or not, there's not even any cursing in it, so it's all age friendly. After the loss in early November of that year, once her family had left, it was just Baron and I quickly learned that there were no right answers, just a lot of philosophies from cards and keyboard counselors, but none of it really seemed to help. And every day was basically an experiment. And my experiments took me into the dark, literally and figuratively. With every light in the house turned off and the angriest, darkest heavy metal music playing, I turned to the computer for an outlet for the pain. Beginning with the very first memory I have of fear at an age of less than 2 years old, I started recalling every awful memory that I could from the very beginning, pounding them out on this keyboard and just knocking myself deeper and deeper into the pit. Remember, this is through the holiday season, so at a time when most people are celebrating in brightly decorated homes with Christmas trees, presents, turkeys, whatever it may be, and they're thankful for their families and the people close to them, I was sitting here in the dark with the metal, typing out the worst memories I had, reaching into the deepest, darkest corners of my mind for recollections, experiences, and thoughts that most people have enough sense to either never relive or admit. This included everything from death, sickness, divorce, poverty, failure in about every which way imaginable, and it really ended with me rock bottom at her funeral. After reliving and capturing every dark emotion of the human psyche in that first part of the book, I went back to the beginning and hit the reset button, and I started documenting the same life, but with every positive feeling that I've ever had. With fond memories of childhood, just growing up, the talents that I had, the abilities, the growth and learning the world around me and more about myself as I grew, and eventual, successes and accomplishments, exciting adventures that I had, and especially things like, for me, motorcycles and cars and music, these passions of mine that eventually turned into me having my own shop, building my own custom bikes, and becoming the best in the world at what I loved. So there was a whole lot of positivity in that life, and those more recent memories were amplified by the addition of a little bit more warmth and brightness with sunshine in my life. Reading the book can be a challenge because there's some pretty dark parts in there, and that's how it was for me to write it, and it's how life is for all of us, right? We have to make it through those dark parts to be able to make it to the fun parts. The afterword at the end stitches everything together, the two very different halves of the book, and it sort of uses the contrast to demonstrate that, the dark parts of life, while they're no fun, they're really hard to deal with at times, but they're kind of a necessary evil to truly appreciate all the good aspects that life has to offer for anyone willing to get out there and enjoy it. And it really illustrates the significance and the control that we all have on our perspective so that we can focus on all the great aspects of life and the time that we're given. Sunshine, more than anybody, exemplified the old adage that life is measured in experiences, not time. And this book is important for me because it's a way for me to honor her memory by passing along what she taught me about just enjoying every smile that we can.
Subscribe to my YouTube channel below and let's celebrate turning fuel and air into adrenaline.